Hello and welcome to Viewpoint 360. I'm your host, and today we're diving deep into a topic that's been making headlines and reshaping the geopolitical landscape of South Asia. Bangladesh's chief advisor, Professor Dr. Mohammed Yunus, has made a series of striking statements that not only signal a path toward a fair election, but also a bold new foreign policy direction for the nation. His remarks, made during a recent interview with Singapore's CNA TV channel, hinted a future where Bangladesh seeks strong, balanced relationships with not only traditional allies, but also with its powerful neighbors, Pakistan and China.
For too long, Bangladesh's foreign policy has been seen through a narrow lens, often heavily tilted toward a single major power. Dr. Yunus's recent comments, however, suggest a dramatic shift towards a more diversified and pragmatic approach. He is painting a picture of a Bangladesh that is not only ready to manage its internal political transition, but also is strategically positioning itself to be a key player in a new regional economic order. The implications of these statements are profound, and they could very well redefine South Asia's future.
We will explore the political, economic, and diplomatic nuances of Dr. Yunus's vision, breaking down what it means for Bangladesh's future and for the region as a whole. Stay with us as we unpack this complex and compelling story.
After a year in office, Chief Advisor Dr. Mohammed Yunus was asked whether he had achieved his goals. His response was both honest and forward-looking. He stated, "We are making progress. It is not something that is ever meant to be completely finished, but we are bringing it to a close." This suggests that while the journey is far from over, significant strides have been made towards the government's objectives.
Dr. Yunus's primary objective has been to prepare the ground for a free and fair election. However, he emphasized that this couldn't happen without first addressing systemic corruption and institutional decay. He highlighted that the political and electoral systems his government inherited were plagued by forgery, abuse, and exploitation that led to the rise of a fascist government. This government, he claims, took advantage of the situation and destroyed the entire economy of Bangladesh.
This perspective highlights a fundamental dilemma his government faced: reform first or election first. Dr. Yunus argues that holding an election without comprehensive reforms would be a mistake. He stated, "If we start with elections, then there's no need for us to do reforms, no need for us to have justice. Then everything is over. It'll be handed over to the elected people." He warned that without addressing the root causes of the problem, the nation would simply go back to the old problems again.
His administration has therefore prioritized justice and reform, and he views a fair election as the culmination of these efforts. His job, he says, is to ensure a decent, acceptable, clean, enjoyable election where voters can all cast their votes, because our voters have not been able to vote for 15 years. This mission statement underscores the deep-seated issues of democratic deficit in Bangladesh and the government's commitment to restoring people's faith in the electoral process.
Perhaps the most thought-provoking part of Dr. Yunus's interview concerned Bangladesh's foreign policy and its relationships with its neighbors. When asked if Bangladesh's ties with India had suffered in comparison to its relationships with China and Pakistan, Dr. Yunus offered a sophisticated and nuanced reply. He rejected the idea of a zero-sum game, stating that Bangladesh seeks good relations with all three nations. He said, "Pakistan and China also want to have good relations with India. We never said we do not want to have good relations with India."
This statement is a significant departure from past rhetoric, which often framed Bangladesh's relationships in a more binary fashion. Instead, Dr. Yunus is proposing a more balanced and multifaceted foreign policy, one that is not tied to a single power.
He then went on to outline a grander, more ambitious vision for regional cooperation. Dr. Yunus proposed a new economic zone for South Asia that would include not only Bangladesh, but also Nepal, Bhutan, and even India's seven sisters, the northeastern states. This is a strategic and visionary idea that seeks to leverage geography to foster shared prosperity. He explained that these regions could share the same benefits through the Bay of Bengal. This vision, if realized, could unlock immense economic potential for the entire region, creating a new geopolitical reality built on cooperation rather than competition.
Dr. Yunus also addressed the highly sensitive issue of former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. He was asked whether his government would engage in a conflict to have her expelled from India. His answer was firm and clear. We will not engage in any war to get Sheikh Hasina out of India. We have told them, you can keep her. Our trial will continue. The trial will determine her fate.
This statement sends a powerful message on multiple fronts. First, it reassures India that Bangladesh has no intention of creating a diplomatic crisis over the former leader. Second, it reaffirms the interim government's commitment to the rule of law. It suggests that the focus is on a fair and transparent judicial process, not a political retribution. By emphasizing that the trial will determine her fate, Dr. Yunus is positioning his government as a neutral arbiter of justice, not a political adversary. Finally, this position helps to prevent any instability in Bangladesh, as he declared that no one should be given any opportunity to destabilize Bangladesh.
This approach contrasts with the confrontational politics that have characterized Bangladesh's political landscape for years. It reflects a desire for stability and a focus on institutional processes rather than political vendettas.
Despite the ambitious vision and the commitment to reform, Dr. Yunus was pragmatic about the challenges that lie ahead. When asked if the new government would be sustainable, he was candid in his reply. He said, "I cannot assure you, this is politics, how it will be." He stressed that his role is to ensure a fair, acceptable election, but that the future of the country ultimately rests in the hands of the politicians who will be elected. "My job is to ensure a decent, acceptable, clean, enjoyable election," he reiterated.
This shows that the interim government sees its role as transitional and limited. It's a caretaker government, not a permanent political force. The sustainability of the changes and reforms it is implementing will depend on the commitment of the next elected government.
The path forward is not without its hurdles. Implementing a new, balanced foreign policy that pleases all regional powers will require exceptional diplomatic skill. Similarly, the internal political transition will need careful management to avoid any flare-ups of instability. Dr. Yunus's interview offers a compelling glimpse into a potential future for Bangladesh, one that is politically stable, economically dynamic, and diplomatically sophisticated. It suggests that the nation is moving towards a new era, one that could redefine its place in South Asia and on the world stage.
What are your thoughts on Dr. Yunus's vision? Do you believe Bangladesh can successfully balance its relationships with India, China, and Pakistan while forging a new regional economic order? Share your views with us.